Yeah, it's very important when you graduate and like you are facing a lot of problem. People basically when they graduate, they are looking for a job and they don't know what to do. Right at that time, definitely we definitely take support of these books because they guide us a lot. I also read one book that
Yeah,
Poor Dad. Before that, I did not know how to manage my finances, and I struggled a lot managing my finances. But after I read that book, it really engaged my mind how to look at things, basically
yeah,
related and all. Yeah, it has helped me a
yeah,
lot. So yeah, when you graduate, when you have free time and you are kind of struggling, like what you have to do, there are a lot of things
mm,
that you are maybe thinking because after
yeah,
graduation there are a lot of phase that you wanna go to, right? There are a lot of doors open for you. There is a lot of confusion as well. So yeah, definitely self-help book help you to make a
yeah,
basic decision in life because that say
yeah.
you should
Yeah,
go for.
it's really gonna make you realize that in which field you should go and what should you do in your life. These are the things which is going to tell you when you will read these self-help books.
What about your English learning journey? Because you said you are a student of mathematics and you are also very good at English. How did you started learning?
Like it's a very interesting story behind it. One of my brothers, when I was in ninth standard, one of my brothers went to the other state in Bhopal for a study purpose. When they went to the college and the students of there, they were talking in English, mostly a student of there. And my brother don't know anything about English language. They just make a call to me and told me that full Bapu, one day you also have to come out of your state to the other state for a study purpose. Make sure that you will learn this language because the student of any college mostly they will talk you in English. It would be better for you that you just face this problem right now in your life so that you can learn this language, and whenever you will come out from your state, then you will not face the problem which I am facing right now in my life. That things I kept in my mind, and from there I have started my English speaking journey. But in the beginning I don't know what to do. Then I used to make shadowing and imitating others, and whenever I feel that I have sometimes, then I start recording myself in front of camera. That's what I did to learn this language, and day after day I become confident, and I can handle even camera. Yeah, these things come in my side, that I learned this language by this process which I follow, which I mentioned right now.
Exactly. Your brother definitely gave you a good suggestion, right, when you were in ninth class. Definitely that
Yeah,
really worked hard and become fluent, like really confident, fluent. So you have become better.
exactly. And I think I have to become more fluent and confident in front of cameras. For that, I will have to keep efforts to make myself perfect in this area, in this field. That's what I'm just doing nowadays. And
So how
there is
long?
also one of my there is also one of my dreams to speak in front of public confidently. Go on the stage, and there would be a lot of people who just watching you, listening you, and you will perform on the stage. So that's my dream, actually.
That's great. You have a unique dream. Right. I wish
Yes, my dream.
wanted to ask you one question. Like you said you started in ninth class. What was the process you followed basically when you are learning?
No, actually, like that thoughts arrive in my mind when I was in ninth class, but I was not
Okay.
doing anything at that moment. But when I passed my 12th standard in 2020, then I started working on my English. I have to learn this language and what is the things which is required to do. Then I listened that a lot of people suggested me to study about some basic grammars, because this is what you have to understand whenever you will go and speak about anything where you will have to speak about past, present, and future. It would be better to study some basic grammars, rules, and grammars, so that you will, whenever you will speak, you will able to understand the person who is talking about what past, present, and future. And I study about basic rules of grammar, and at that moment I was not practicing. That was one of my biggest mistake which I made in practice, because practice is the only way that's gonna make you perfect. And as you know that everybody's just taking it as a subject, no one's taking it as a language. And when you will take it as a language, then you will learn it easily and early in your life. But
Yeah,
in
definitely.
2022, when I was in graduation second year, then first I started practicing on Jostock application, from where
Okay.
I have started my practicing. And before that, I was also doing recording. When I passed my 12th standard, then I started recording myself in front of camera. These
Okay.
things which I did from the initially, and for that I really felicitate myself that I really did something to get better in this language and in this area. This is the things which I follow. Mostly I just record myself and imitate the person whenever I just watch short English movie and short English motivational videos. Then I try to mesmerize that things in a short way, and I just make 15-second video, 10-second video, because in the initial stage I was not aware and I was not confident and I don't even know how to speak in front of camera. That's why I just make it for the 10-second videos. That's all about
Okay.
me.
That's great. That's great. As you mentioned about practicing, that's really important. There is no
Yeah,
alternative
yeah,
unless you become fluent or not going to become a good communicator or a speaker. So it's really important that you talk to someone or do something that can help you improve your fluency, right? So like that.
exactly. I have also make a Gmail account on YouTube where I upload video, and I also make solo content because
Okay.
I when I started recording myself, then I thought why not to upload my videos.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
also run a YouTube channel.
Definitely. Yeah. If you have a skill, definitely it is very important that you just put out there, right? That because you have the skill that you wanna monetize or you wanna just basically so that people that I have this skill. If you need any kind of help regarding this skill, that you can ask for that, right? Definitely, you should record
Ye-
and upload use that the skill you have.
Exactly. You were saying absolutely right. And nowadays, I was thinking that, but I was not living at village. But since 2 months, I'm living in village right now. Before this, I was living at town in Patna. I was also thinking about to teach kids, because from where you can also develop yourself more and learn something from there when you will teach some kids. I was
Yeah.
thinking about that, but I didn't do that. But I really wanna do that things also.
It's great, by the way, because I have been teaching for 1 month and it has been great because you get to learn a lot of things when you are teaching students, right? You are up to date with the books, right? You are teaching them grammars, you are teaching them literatures, lots of new things. And you are not teaching them, you are also learning from them, also learning from the books. So you get to know new things when you are into the process of learning and teaching, right? So yeah, it's a great thing.
Exactly, and that's what I just wanna add in my lifestyle and routine. Someone.
Okay.
Let me know
Uh,
something more about yourself. How you have started your English speaking journey and how do you improve yourself?
So normally we all study English language in schools, right? Normally we are taught in our primary and then high school. I did not see, I was not serious when I was in school whether I have to become fluent or be good at English because we did not know what is the use of English language, right? At that time. At that
Yeah,
time we if we get good score, then yeah, that's all okay. I was have to become fluent or learn this language. But when I did my college and started looking for a job, went for an interview and rejected, right? At that time, I realized like maybe if I want to get a job in this modern era, I need to be really fluent. I need to learn this skill anyway. I started working on my communication skills. I was good at reading, writing, and basically understanding things because I had exposure because I did my graduation in English literature. So I had exposure that I knew a lot of things because I read novels. I read a lot of books at that time. So I had exposure of English language, but I could not speak. That was the part I was kind of lagging behind. I started working after rejected from the interview and worked on my every skill that needed for cracking an interview. I worked on my writing, reading, listening, and also speaking. I also joined on one platform that is called Free for Talk. Started talking to people over there. If you have heard about this platform, this is a good platform where you can practice with people across the world, not from India only. You can practice with the people from Europe, America. So I practice with them, and I have understood the importance of practicing because there is no alternative. As I already told you, right? Unless until
Yeah.
practice to become fluent and or not going to become a good communicator. I understood the importance of practicing and stopped learning grammars and basically vocabulary, and learned so many things by talking to people, and understood that if I want to become a good communicator or speaker, then I have to talk to people. There is no way only
Hmm.
reading and learning vocabulary can help me to become a good communicator. That's how I worked on my communication skill. I worked on improving my communication skill.
Then I have a question for you to ask. A lot of students and beginner starting to remember a lot of tricky vocabulary. Is it good for them or what? What do you think about it?
I have been teaching my student for a long time that just memorizing vocabulary not gonna help them. Like random vocabulary, they start learning random vocabulary from dictionary, sometimes from books, like, and they don't know
Yeah,
where to use it. They don't know the context in which they should use those words, right? And when they are
yeah,
speaking, because those words are really complex, they don't know how to use it, they start fumbling, they start basically mixing things up. It's very important when you are learning word, try to understand where it should be used, or try to learn in which context it is used, so you can better
yeah,
use in conversations, right? Yeah, I
yeah.
don't
Very.
that you should go for learning words without knowing where to use it, how to use it.
Yeah, this is the main things. Like you should know where to use and what's the context of these words. Then you're gonna remember these words forever. And when you will remember randomly words and vocabulary, maybe you will remember it for 1 and 2 days, and after that, definitely you wanna forget about this vocabulary. So make sure that always try to remember and remember those vocabulary which is usual in every life. And you also, when you remember something, then try to use that words so that you will able to remember that vocabulary forever. And when you will remember any randomly vocabulary from dictionary, then you definitely gonna forget about those vocabulary after a certain time.
I also want to add one more thing. Like when people start memorizing this kind of vocabulary, one thing also happens, that is like, because those vocabulary they are learning, they don't know whether they are used on a daily basis or not, right? They're just learning, and those vocabulary people don't use in their conversation, and they are learning all those things and make mistake, right? Because nobody uses that vocabulary nowadays.
Yeah,
They are remembering
exactly.
that's not a good sign if you want to become a good communicator, then, right?
This is one of the important things everybody should keep it in their minds while they are learning this skill and this language.
So you said you are from Bihar and I am from Jharkhand. Like, have you ever been to another place?
No, actually, I haven't visited Jharkhand so far in my life. I just only visited in two states. One is Rajasthan and another is Maharashtra. And in Maharashtra, I went to the Mumbai, and in Rajasthan, I went to the Kota. These are the two state and two district where I visit. And accepted it, I didn't visit anywhere.
Definitely, because you are studying, so I would not expect you like be like visiting all the places. Now you are just completing graduation. Maybe now you will become independent. You would be working. Definitely now
Hmm.
you will plan visiting different places. Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Like when a people is financially strong, then they have enough time to travel anywhere. But I don't have. I am not financially strong, and even I don't have a source of income right now. Where I will go for visit? I just only visited to a state just because of I have to. I have some work there. That's why I went. Otherwise, why I will go there at this age of my life?
Definitely, definitely. When you are not financially strong and you don't have a time, definitely it's
Hmm.
hard, go and enjoy and you have fun, right? Because you think about your financial condition, your family members, right? It's hard to go for a vacation or something like that, unless and until you
Mhm.
have good money or you are financially stable.
And one things I like, you have sent me your video link, I think,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
visit your channel, and I have seen there like past 2 years ago, you were making a kind of a storytelling videos.
I used to make that kind of video before.
That's really attract me a lot.
Yeah, that was not storytelling actually. That was a video on novel. When I was in
Mhm.
graduation, I had to study novels, and I liked some of them, those novels. So I started making videos on those novels, and I really loved that doing that. But later, because of I don't know like what happened, I stopped making videos because I was making all those videos for fun, and later now I realize like can make a passive income, by monetizing your YouTube channel and everything.
And
I didn't know any.
you was really doing great over there when you were uploading such kind of videos. That was really getting views also. I think you were doing absolutely right at that moment, but somewhere you left that. That's why you are in minus right now. If you will keep
Exactly.
continuing working on that, then definitely you could be at a good position right now.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, definitely. At that time, I was not also confident because at that time I was in graduation, so not that confident. I was not able to make video in front of camera. I was afraid of camera as well. Nowadays, I started recently. You can say like 1 month back.
Yeah, yeah.
For that, I have never made a video where I tried to show my face or I just voice overed my video and edited with some animation. That's how I used to make videos. But nowadays, I think maybe it's time that because like very important to become confident in
Uh,
modern use.
nowadays
Yeah,
nowadays in this era, if you know how to tell a story, and if you know the exactly storytelling means if you speak something that you relate that things to another things, that is called a storytelling. These things and these skills, then you will definitely gonna do something different in this area of social medias. Make sure
yeah,
that
definitely.
everybody should learn this storytelling skill that is required. And
Yeah,
AI, I think AI is not gonna replace these things, storytelling, because you
exactly, exactly.
connect the connectors while you are just telling something. You play with
Yeah,
emotions, and you engage public while you are just speaking something. It's very important to learn this skill, and I'm also working on this thing as
okay.
storytellings.
That's great. That's great.